right, 9 o'clock, so I mean it's time for Poly Talk with Regal Love. I'm Eddie.
Tyra.
Latonia.
And we are a full functioning black triad who live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We come here every week to discuss poly from the amorous perspective. So tonight we want to get into a couple talking points, and we're going to start off with a list that we came across that speaks to our poly principles. Tonight we have a few things that we really want to get into. First and foremost, I want to tell everybody that this is going to be the most interactive live that we've done so far, because this live requires something from you. We already have this whole thing set up on our side, but for this to be as effective as we want it to be, you guys are going to have to do your homework too. Well, in this case, you're doing classwork because we want you to do this right here, right now. If you happen to be watching this after the fact, then you go ahead and you do it then, but it's going to be a great gauge for you to see where you stand as far as polyamory goes. We have to give a shout out, of course, to our partner UwebTV.com. Thanks for bringing us in and helping us get our foothold here. We really appreciate the support here.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, I have a checklist here, and we want to go through this checklist. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
I promise we're gonna get to that in a second.
You told me to remind you more.
Okay, I got it. All right, we're gonna go through the checklist first. This checklist is going to be, give or take, about 40 words or 40 phrases. And in those 40 phrases, I want to see which ones you identify with the most. Okay? Okay. So we're going to start here. On one side, or maybe I shouldn't say on one side. We're going to start with this list. Two lists, starting with list one. Mind, security, knowing, selfishness, reactive, scarcity, condemnation, withholding, separation, doing, criticism, past/future goal oriented, resentment, blame, controlling, hurtful, competitive, games, avoidance/hide, me. That's list one. Now, the question is, of all of those words, how many of those words do you readily identify with? Or maybe I should say, how many of those words do you automatically agree to? It's an exercise, and I promise you it'll all make sense in a second.
Which words are descriptive of you?
Okay, it's fair to say. Now this is list two. We have heart, creativity, experiencing, contribution, responsive, abundance, discernment, openness, integration/unity, being, gratitude, present orientation, forgiveness, understanding/responsibility, freeing, healing, cooperative, win-win integrity, engagement, seek, and we. Now, all of those words, which of those do you automatically connect to? Now, here's where these lists are important. Now, I ran across these earlier in the week, and it made sense to me. These are, as it has been outlined here, these are the two lists that make up. List one is love based on ego. List two is love based on soul, i.e., love from the way you think and love from the way you feel. These are the two different lists that were compiled, and by and large, I agree with both lists. If you find yourself in agreement with more of the words in the first category, understand that the way you love from your mind. You love from a logical place. And for as much as it pains me to say it, that love is what is limited. Because your mind can only conceive what it has been set up to understand. If it can't understand it, then it can't accept it. But your heart is set up to receive whatever is given to it. That is the kind of love that we believe in. That's the kind of love that we try to enforce and we try to example in the relationship we have. Understanding right now this sounds more like a tutorial than anything. But we thought it was important to put these pieces of information out for other people to see it from the vantage point that we do. We do come here every week to try to show a positive example of a positive, strong, black polyamorous union. And in a lot of cases, I'm sure that you guys don't understand how we think the way we think or how we came to the positions we came to. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to give you guys a little background information, a little of the tools that we've compiled over our journeys that help us facilitate a more positive relationship. One of the biggest things that we've been trying to put more energy into here lately is our moras. And if you pay attention to the heading of the topic tonight, moras are mature and responsible adults. When we're talking, these are the people we're talking about, and these are the people that we believe we're talking to. If you're more interested in playing some version of a game, or you're looking to use this information to come up on somebody else, be it financially, be it emotionally, or whatever, then we're really not talking to you. And let me be very clear. I understand that this energy can change the world. I'm saying it because I believe it with everything in me. I understand that this energy can change the world. So if you're not one of those folks who are willing to invest yourself honestly and completely into this, I prefer you don't come with us. I really mean that, and if I'm offending anybody, I mean to. And I mean that for real. So please excuse me. As I have said before, I have been crowned king by my queens, but I identify as a warrior. So I don't believe in false pretense and fake. So I really want everybody to understand that this comes from the purest place in all of us. That we come here every week and we do expose ourselves. We put ourselves out there for other people to judge us and to look at us and to put our lives under a microscope and for us to be scrutinized in a way that we don't deserve in most cases. But we're here and we're growing and we're doing more and we're going to keep going because we understand this is the right thing to do. So once again, I want to speak to our moras out there. If you do not believe yourself to be a mature and a responsible adult, it is your absolute best thing to do is to unfollow us now. I'm going to step back a little bit because I'm in my feelings about a few things, and it's important to me that everybody understands. For as much as the majority of the people watching, this is entertainment. This is not entertainment for me. This is pressure. This is stress. It has taken its own version of a toll on our relationship because we're trying to be these public people while we're still working on taking care of us. So I get a little feisty when I feel attacked, especially unwarrantedly attacked. I've been carrying this energy with me for a couple days, and I apologize because this had absolutely no space in the plan that we had for tonight's live, but I had to address it or my spirit would not have been able to rest. We mean no harm when we come to you guys every week. We mean absolutely no harm. We are not trying to tell anybody what to do. What we are doing is we are explaining how the polyamorous life works from our perspective. If it is not a perspective you share and you agree with, that is absolutely fine. We respect that and we actually expect that because the world is made up of too many different people, so you're going to have a difference in opinions. But there's absolutely no need to attack us. There's no need for you to come at us sideways because we are still human beings. And no matter what you may think of us, that we may just be some online presence, we are real people with real feelings. And we have taken time out of our lives to share with you because we know so many of you want to get where we are. So here we are, sharing. The same respect we give is the respect that we think we deserve. So please, in all things, let us love and let us be able to be good to each other. And I'm going to step back a little bit and get myself together. Ladies, please. Sorry, I did not mean to leave y'all out there like that. I'm sorry.
Anita Corkle. I've been solo poly for many years. The couple I'm dating asked me on B-Day to be their girlfriend. So I'm here for all the advice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Anita.
Great for you.
Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody coming in there.
Michelle said she's on that second list.
Okay. Who's that? Michelle and Carlos? Okay. All right.
And Anita said the second list for me.
Okay. Well, listen, folks, and I want everybody to understand this. Just because you do in the natural identify with some of the things on the first list, that does not absolutely make you wrong. It just puts you in a position to understand that you may have a few things to work on. Because to be honest, when I go through this first list myself, and I mean me, and I feel like I've already conquered a lot of the garbage when it comes to being polyamorous. I readily identify with 7, 8 of them instantly. But I try to be mature enough and responsible enough not to operate from that space. Just because I understand it don't mean I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh my God, I got 10 things on list 1. I got all of list 1, so I'm not ready for polyamory. No, it's not that you're not ready. It's just that if you are looking for that emotional fulfillment, one more time, because that's the space that we are trying to come from. We're trying to come from the space of love. We're trying to come from the emotional side of things. We do a lot of micro counseling with people. We'll all sit together and we'll get some inboxes and we'll all sit down and we'll brainstorm and try to figure out, okay, what can we do or what information do we have that might be able to help these people? And in a lot of cases, we really come to understand that, yeah, a lot of y'all are dealing with people who really aren't ready for this life. Their maturity isn't set up for this. They are not responsible enough for their own feelings to be able to thrive in a situation like this. When you expect somebody else to take care of how you feel, how responsible is that? You are putting the responsibility of you on somebody else. Where's your responsibility for yourself?
And a lot of times you're expecting them to be a mind reader.
Yes. We take a lot of things for granted that the next person should understand. They're supposed to know this about me because we've been together for so long. Why?
Right.
Have y'all not evolved in the time that you've been together? Are you telling me you're the exact same person you were when y'all first got together? Is that what's happening here? Because if that's what's happening here, I don't know what the point of you even being in a relationship is about. Because if you don't have personal growth, then how you going to have growth in your relationship?
Right.
If you're the same person you were when y'all got together, that don't even make sense. I don't know what got me a little charged up tonight, but I really am.
I like your brand of energy.
Erica said you give very good advice, an open forum for all advice and encouragement, love, and support.
Thank you. Is that Erica Rowland?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, lady, how are you? Missed your face around here the past couple weeks. We ain't seen your name in the chat too much, but glad to see you back, honey. Again, I don't mean to be as aggressive as I'm coming off tonight. I really don't mean to, but the reality still remains. There is a real responsibility that us in the polyamorous community we have to take. It's important because not enough people are taking us seriously because we're not taking ourselves serious enough.
Right.
The gay agenda, and I know, skip all that. I'm not apologizing no more. I'm going to speak. The gay agenda has been so widely accepted that nobody questions it anymore. But you bring the possibility of this situation. 3 mature and responsible adults who made a decision that we want to live our lives together. We get all kind of backlash. Oh, why? Who y'all think y'all are? What y'all think y'all doing? Y'all crazy for all of that. Why? Because all we want to do is love each other?
Right. Because we're happy.
Nobody seems to care that John and Steve want to get married. Nobody cares that Tyra and Latonia want to get married. That doesn't bother nobody. But let Eddie want to marry Tyra and Latonia, that's a problem. We got people that got all kind of things negative to say about that. Well, I say this. If you have a problem with the way somebody else loves, you don't understand what love is. And I'm going to say that the way exactly how I feel. You don't ever have to agree with someone else's love style. Ever. But you should always give respect to the fact that this person does love.
Right.
As long as it is between mature and responsible adults, any combination of love is okay.
I like how you did that.
Thank you.
Turn Mara all up in her.
Listen, man, this and I say this. I know in the grand scheme of things, it seems like I'm rambling right now because I'm really trying to recenter myself while I'm doing this. But this right here, this energy that is surrounding me, because they know me and they know me well enough to understand I am raging inside, but I am really feeling them pour peace and calm into me because they understand that that's not where we are. That's not where we're supposed to be. They know why I feel the way I feel, and they respect my feelings. But they understand that that's not productive to what we're trying to do. So I apologize. I apologize to all the people that watch us, that listen to us, because I know this really feels like some strange energy. This is not our usual, and for what it's worth, we understand it's not. And I just want to apologize for that because I know that's more on me than it is anybody.
Michelle and Carlos, Tyra and Tanya, how do you approach other women to get to know them? Do you start with just swinging and then get to know them? Well, she's not ready to answer. I don't approach any women to get to know them. You can usually approach me. That's just not my personality. If we're in the same circles, like I'm networking or something like that, that's different, but I don't really approach people to get to know them.
True enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
As you
What's
see.
your answer?
I mean, well, we're usually together, so we're usually getting approached together.
I mean, when we're not, like we work in 2 different areas,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, when I'm away from the house, I'm pretty much working and focused on that. So
But I guess to give
The question was for us.
oh, it was for us. There you go. I have no comment.
Thanks. All right.
leave the computer.
Okay.
Oh, Wayne, I'm sorry. We didn't shout you out. Shout out to Boulders, Wayne. Thank you for the compliment.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
He said he likes my hair. He said you ain't shout him out. You ain't shout him out today.
I did. I'm sorry.
You didn't shout anyone to me.
Yeah,
No,
we haven't been on it.
To the forum.
You know, now that we are, doing a web show, we're really sticking more to the Q&As at the end, and that's when we really look in to see, because of course we are focused on the camera.
Right.
So we are trying to make sure that we're keeping our eyes up most of the time.
Right.
Shout out to each and every one of you for coming and being with us every Sunday night at 9. We appreciate you being here, and keep coming back.
Hey, make sure you guys go check out the first webisode right there on UwebTV.com. We checked it out. And I don't even understand what had happened, but there were a lot of glitches in the live feed last week, and there was a lot of good pieces of connective information that you missed that would make a lot of those transitions make a lot more sense. So make sure you go back and you check that out on UwebTV.com.
Yeah, you'll see the end because you
Right.
missed the end.
Yeah, you gotta miss the
You
end.
gotta go to UwebTV to see the end of the podcast.
Tiffany, Melanin Magic.
Okay.
I have tried to introduce my boyfriend to a poly relationship, but I don't know how to get him on board.
This is a guy we're talking about? Yeah. Okay. Boyfriend. What's his? Does he have a reason as to why he's opposed to it? Because you have to understand here, some people are just monogamous. Monogamy makes perfect sense to them, and when it does, that's like if you're a Christian and somebody's trying to talk you into being a Muslim. After a while it becomes offensive because now you're ignoring what he prioritizes. So you have to be really careful with that. I mean, I understand, and of course I understand the appeal to polyamory, but you have to understand that most people are completely conditioned for monogamy, and being that, not everybody is ready to break their conditioning. So,
And even if they are, some of them are still going to be resistant because of what they have been taught all their life.
True.
Because in the back of their mind, they're hearing, oh, it's so wrong. Instead of embracing how right it is.
Yeah. Well, who was that? Tiffany? Is that who that was? Yes. Tiffany, I'll say this to you. Polyamory is a lot of work for guys. And I'm just because I'm a guy. I'm telling you, if he's coming in and he's the king that you crowned, I would imagine that he will be that same man for the next queen that y'all bring into your life. And he's probably looking at it like, you know what? I'm tired just being her king. I cannot imagine being somebody else's too and putting that same level of energy in. So yeah, I would prefer just to put all my energy in right here. So don't think that it's such a bad thing for him to be opposed to it, because maybe he understands that he wouldn't be as effective in loving the way he should because it's too much. He don't want to stretch himself like that. It's just an opinion, just my vantage point.
Michelle responds, I can count on my hands and toes that when I tell them I'm looking for a wife, then they already want to play, and that's it. Very immature.
M-A-R-A. Mature and responsible adults. We listen, and I think I'm coming back. I feel that we need to put a lot more emphasis in our choices as opposed to our opportunities.
Yes, because it sounds like they're on that threesome energy, and that's totally different than polyamory.
Right.
So
It's not
those are
about
the type
loving.
of women that you're coming in contact with.
Right. It's not
They're
about
like
loving the addition. It's about getting to the addition.
Right. It's about how do we put that? It's about the conquest and not the connections. Can you get your numbers up? Not interested in getting our numbers up. You know what I mean? I'm interested in the connections that we make, the love that we get to share, and the people that we influence and influence us. For as much as we give, we get from those who invest in us. And I mean, we get injections of energy that is so powerful. I sat and I spoke with one of my sons today. Lucky 2K, shout out to Lucky 2Ks. That is my guy, son. We had a conversation today, man, and just the injection of energy that young man gives back. And I understand that I helped create that spirit, but oh my dear, when that energy comes back, it is amazing to feel. So shout out to our son. Shout out to our son. Oh wow.
What Erica said?
Go ahead.
Erica Rowland, I don't understand why this is such a problem. It's easily understood, and if it's not for, I'm sorry, Erica, and if it's not for you, it's just not for you. Has nothing to do with us choosing to love who we want and as many as we choose. Well said, Erica.
Yes.
Very well said.
Very. And that's another one of them people. I mentioned them last week. Callie Cal, Erica Rowland, Felix Davis, Nova Davis, his wife. Oh my dear. Ginger Spice. I know I can go. Ron DJ Bronx. I know I can go on and on and on about different people that, like, literally, I have never spoken to these people. I have never heard their voice. I've never heard the inflection of how they speak. But just the energy that I pick up off of the way that they include themselves and inject themselves into our lives, and the shares and all the other stuff that they do on behalf of us, because obviously we have connected to them in some way. These are the people that we are here for every week, and we want to allow that community to grow every week. Every week we want somebody else to catch it. We want somebody else to feel it. We want somebody else to be affected by it, so it continues to grow.
And I do want to make sure we give a shout out to Joy Black. Thank you for sharing our first taping.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Shared it.
you.
It's on our page if
All
anybody
right.
wants to check out the final copy.
That's what we're talking about. See that right there? Just that type of inclusion, including yourself to a good thing. Of course we think it's a good thing. We live it 24/7. Y'all get to get an hour out of us every week. We have every hour of every day with each other, and we still are impressed by it. I want the world to feel the way I feel. I'm just telling you my truth. I want the world to feel the way I feel. I feel so supported. I feel so safe. I feel so understood. I feel so appreciated. I feel so valued. I feel so accepted. All of these things are not so readily available. So for me to be able to get this from multiple sources, my God, you don't understand, folks. That's why we get so excited about coming to you guys every week, so you can understand what this is really about. This is about improving your quality of life. Bringing yourself to the understanding that love has so much more power than we keep allowing it to have. We keep telling ourselves that love is this weakness. Love is this problem. Love is this thing that we can't control, and it's beyond us. No, that's because you're scared of it. They train you, they educate you, they teach you that love is bad, because sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes people's energies change. Sometimes people change their mind. Sometimes other things influence people. But
sometimes people simply mature in different directions.
Message.
That's when you hear people
Wow.
saying they fell out of love.
That spoke to me.
They didn't fall out of love. They just matured into different directions. They found that they had different preferences. They no longer were on the same page with everything. But sometimes that
And that's true
causes
in a
that.
lot of people's lives, yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate,
I have
but
all,
it is
I
life.
have all types of friends that I've had in different aspects of my life, and if we're not still friends, it's because we matured in different directions. That's why
Absolutely.
you're not still in my life, and I'm not no longer in yours.
Right.
It doesn't make anybody a bad guy.
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't make anybody a bad guy. It's just a matter of
Great
fact.
people. Right.
You know,
Right. Still love you.
Right. I just wow.
Sorry, I just cut you off.
No, you are fine. That is great. I'm glad you did, because it really just put me in this position that I'm just really listening to these ladies, and wow. Like I said, and all of you guys who usually follow us, man, I'm usually talking, and I'm gone. I'm off to the races. I'm speaking. Because I'm trying to get my messages out there. But to listen to their comprehension, we speak so much about communication, but the comprehension isn't spoken on as much. And to actually hear it, to watch it be applied, is an amazing thing. It is an amazing thing, because I know they live it every day, because they live it with me every day. But to listen to them be able to explain it to somebody else, that means that they actually know it. And that is a very, very gratifying feeling for me, because now I don't feel like I have to do everything. I have to always be in front. I have to always take care. Now I know I can trust them. I can count on them. I can depend on them. I can rely on them. I don't have to be. I can just be. The same way
Partnership.
Yeah. The same way I always tell them, take your cape off. You don't got to be Superwoman in here. You can just be a woman here. I guess I got to take my cape off and just be a man around them sometimes, because they don't need me to be Superman.
But you are what you are.
The original save 'em. And yes, I had to do the fly.
Cut it out. Telling my story. Cut it out.
Do you want to open up for questions and Q&A early?
Yes.
Or do you have more to
No,
touch on
actually,
tomorrow?
No, actually, we'll tie Mara in periodically here and there and everywhere, because
thank you, Dana.
it's important. That's important. That mature and responsible adults, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, lovers, and those trying to be loved, understand, you have got to find those mature and responsible adults when you are rationally, maturely, and responsibly trying to build something better than what you already had. Those people who do not share your vision, you have got to let them be, because you can't keep forcing somebody to see what you see. And if they don't naturally see it, they're not going to be a natural ally. And you have to understand that. And don't take it personal that they're not going to be that natural ally, because it just may be that their comprehension, their understanding, their maturity hasn't gotten there yet. As Ms. Tyra pointed out
10 years
earlier.
ago, I could have never lived this lifestyle because I wasn't there. I was
Truth.
operating out of more of an ego love
Yeah.
than a soul love.
My first two triads were founded on ego love. It was the way I thought it was supposed to go. I made up my mind that this is the way it was supposed to be. I was going to react to what they did as opposed to respond to what was happening. So, I like I said, I've gone down this list myself, and I understand why my first two triads failed, because I was operating so much more out of ego love than soul love, that I crushed myself.
And that speaks to the majority.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, questions? Anybody? I'm sorry.
Michelle Carlos, I have a question for the queens. Another one. You're on a roll tonight. Do y'all at any time get jealous for Eddie's attention? No,
No.
there's no need.
If we want it, we got it.
Yeah, he's very attentive. So, no, that's a no.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
definitely
negative,
an
Ghost Rider.
Swear, that's exactly what was coming out of my mouth.
I got to the end and she was out with it.
Let's go.
See? Same page.
Right.
That's how we operate.
Tiffany Melanin Magic, are there any poly events that could be recommended?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the whole question.
Any poly events that can be recommended? We've heard of a few in the works. We'll let you know when we know more.
Yes.
We are major supporters for Black Poly Nation.
Yes.
Black Poly Nation does hold meet and greets in a list of cities. So I'm pretty sure wherever you are in the country, you're at the very least driving distance to a Black Poly meetup. So if you're not a member already, check into Black Poly Nation at IG. There is also a group here on Facebook.
Yes.
But check in Black Poly Nation on Instagram. They are from what I understand, they are the largest Black Poly group in the nation. It might actually be the world at this point. But they're pretty daggone big.
I wouldn't
It's
be
like,
surprised. They're pretty good.
it's like 18,000 members, something like that. So, and they do host regular meet and greets. We're actually trying to get enough people, local people here, so we can actually be a host city for Black Poly Nation meet and greets. So all our Pittsburgh folks, get in contact, man, so we can make it happen.
And surrounding areas.
Right. Let's not forget that.
Ohio's not far.
At all. We know a lot of people in Youngstown that we sure will come down for something like that. So,
Right.
Pittsburgh and the surrounding areas, let's go ahead and let's make that happen so we can get on the radar for Black Poly Nation.
Yes.
But yes, ma'am, that would be the most helpful information we would have about that.
Anita Corkle says, thank you for opening up our lives to us. I'm sorry to hear y'all get negative feedback when you're so open and vulnerable. Y'all are appreciated. Thank you,
Thank
Anita.
you.
That was
Appreciate
sweet.
you. Really do.
Appreciate all the sweet love and comments in here tonight, you guys. I'm sure we won't get to all of them, but thank you.
Yeah.
We'll get to them later.
Go ahead. James Carter. Question. I'm 41. My wife is 42. We've been dating off and on since we were teenagers. She dated women before, and I never had a problem with it. We've been married now 5 years. We have a roommate that has a beautiful spirit and an all-around great woman. She is interested in being in a relationship with me and my wife. It's more than sex. I'm actually in love with both of them and I love being around them. But I don't know how to come to my wife about it.
Okay, so there is a pre-existing relationship with the wife and the new love interest. Is that what I heard?
No, what the wife has been with women before.
Oh, but
so-
not this particular woman.
Right.
Hmm.
And now they have somebody at home with them that he has an interest in. And he doesn't know how to approach wifey about it.
That fearless communication, bruh. You have got to sit down. You cannot be a punk about what you want out of your life. You can't do that. No disrespect, but I mean that. You can. How are you ever going to get what you want if you don't open your mouth and speak? You know what I'm saying? As far as you know, your wife might be thinking the same thing. She just don't know how to bring it to you. You know what I mean? So take a chance, live your life, and you have. If you watch us ever, you know that we always say you have to be brave to live this life. There are going to be some people that are going to judge you to the negative. There are going to be some people that do not agree and will not support you. You just have to make up your mind that what you want is important enough to survive without those people. But that's again, as with everything that we speak on, please understand, we do not label ourselves the know-it-all. We don't say that we have all the answers. Nope, not at all, not even close.
We only have the answers that worked for us.
Right. We give information based off of the experiences, failed and succeeded, that we personally have had. I try very, very hard, and most people who know me understand this to be a truth. I try very, very hard not to speak from a position of something I have not actually experienced. I will say, well, I know people who did this, or I've been around people that's happened to, but in a lot of cases, if it's not a personal experience of mine, I don't speak on it. But I have to say that me loving Tyra before I loved Tonya, if I didn't come to Tyra and say to Tyra that I met Tonya and I wanted to love Tonya, then I couldn't have Tyra and Tonya. So, y'all see what I did there? All right. But anyway, but I do. And I do because I was brave enough to go to my wife and I say to my wife, this is what's going on with me. Fearless communication, as we said before, is about being able to speak your entire truth to your mate.
A closed mouth does not get fed.
Yeah. We got anything else over
And look
there?
at us now.
Right.
We together.
No, but Rain DJ Bronx is going in here. I see you.
What's happening?
He got a lot to say in here tonight.
But see, that's what I was saying. That's my guy, man. His energy is so great to me.
Put knowledge all up in through there. While
And
we
never
get
met the
knowledge
man.
on the live.
Never met the man, but his energy is so great to us. You know, I mean, I feel this man in a way that I'm just like, yo, as soon as I meet him, family, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? That type of energy.
Erica Rowland. I freaking love this interaction. It's beautiful. You all laughing, enjoying yourselves, and allowing us in to see just a piece of it. But I see the growth already since I joined the Regal Love family union, and I thank you all.
Oh, Erica,
You're welcome, Erica.
thank you, honey. But honey, you are not part of the Regal Love family. You are part of Original Love. That's where you are. You know what I mean? Now, until we get together and we meet, because girl, I seen your picture. You is cute. Regal Love is this energy, but you have every entitlement to Original Love, honey, because you are absolutely part of that for us. And we thank you and we appreciate all your support. We really do. Again, I did shout her out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are definitely one of my personal people. One of those people whose energy just, I feel like a piece of me belongs with you. So we appreciate you, hon. Really do.
You're not living if you're not growing. Yes, Yazzie.
Okay, Yazzie.
Hi, Yazzie.
Hi, Yazzie. Okay. Well, I know we got a lot going on in here, man. The ladies is all over the chat, and thank you guys. I don't have my glasses on, but I can see comments just flying up, man, and everybody popping in and out here, man. It makes me feel amazing. It really does. Thank you guys so much.
Hi, son.
What's going on, Luck? We were just speaking about you earlier, son.
Yep.
We just speaking about you earlier. Yeah, make sure you get on UwebTV.com 9 o'clock on Friday. Check out the whole show. We got anything else yet? Nothing?
Everybody was saying open your mouth to James's question.
Oh.
Rain.
I don't have my glasses on. You keep trying to get me.
I took them away from
you. Yeah, you took them from me. I want to read.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on. What we got here?
You ain't gotta read it all out.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, the chat is alive tonight. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Guys, we got a few more minutes for Q&A. If you got some more questions out there for us.
Dana said we have
Type
great
them in.
advice.
Hey, boo! What's going on, Dana, boo? How are you? I need to see your face, girlie. It's been way, way, way too long. We ain't seen you since we got married. So, stop playing with me. You know where we live at.
Did you see that one, Tom? Rain would love to interview y'all on enhancing.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. He said he'll inbox us.
Wait, is that my homegirl, Bridget McFarland?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is. That's my
We'll be
homegirl,
looking for
Bridget.
that inbox
Yeah.
ring.
Okay.
That's Clint's, Bridget and Clint's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's going on, Bridget? How you doing, babe? We don't never see you guys anymore.
Right.
Okay. What
Do
am
you
I?
have anything else to touch on as far as Mara while we're waiting for more
Okay.
questions?
You know, I always got something to say, so all y'all gotta do is point me in and let me go. But really, honestly, when we do come in and we do be talking to you guys, we hope that you're listening. We really do. And we hope that you're listening with an open heart and an open mind to understand that for as much as we don't know everything, the bits that we do know, we're willing to share. So it is less of a hurdle for you later on. You'll say, oh, you know what? I remember Regal talking about that before. So yeah, so instead of me making this left, I'm going to go ahead and make that right. And you'll end up where you want to be as opposed to spending 3 months in a relationship that is a dead end because you didn't pay attention to, well, we already warned you that people like that, this is what to expect. It's easy for me to sit back and say that you have to be. No, it's not just easy for me to say it's right. I say that you have to be more discerning in the way that you pick your people. Every opportunity does not mean that it's for you. We get a lot of inboxes. I'm talking about, wow, a lot of inboxes on people. Oh, I want to join y'all. I want to be part of y'all. We want to be part of what y'all got going on. And understand that when you hop in our inbox and you naked, you lost automatically. You're automatically lost. That you don't even qualify for what we're offering. Small talk. What? Do we look like small talk type people? We talk about aliens and whales and dolphins echolocation. We talk about all kind of stuff. Do we look like small talk people? So no, that's not gonna get it either. So what we are looking for, if by chance you just happen to have set your mind up to say that you are interested in us and want to know what we're interested in, we are interested in mature and responsible adults. The kind of people that we don't have to take care of. They can take care of themselves. But we enjoy taking on the responsibility of helping make their lives better. I enjoy the responsibility of being their king. And man, it's a responsibility. But I take it because I want it, is because what I always wanted for my life. Okay then, fix it. All right.
Always wear your invisible crown.
Never take it off. We actually went and got some real ones just because we wanted to make sure that people understood that we walk this regal love every
Working
day.
up quite the collection on them too.
Right, how about that? Beautiful. Yeah, we don't just got one, we got some.
I need hers and rose.
Right. Yeah, the other one is really nice.
Yes, it is.
We ain't no other questions as of yet?
Some comments.
Okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, big. See, now I'm seeing stuff, but not really seeing stuff. We'll put these spectacles on. Let's see what I got. All right. Listen. I want to make sure because I just think I seen something, but I'm not sure what I seen. But I want to make sure that this is clear. I want everybody to be fair, and I want everybody to be respectful to each other in our forums. I don't know if what I seen is what I exactly saw because it flashed up real fast, but it did look like it may have been a little attacking or accusatory. So please, we do all try to operate out of a space of love and respect here. This is a safe space for even for those who don't share the same opinions. Okay, we try to respect that somebody has a different opinion and let it be that. You don't have to attack them. You don't have to tear them down because you don't agree with how they think or how they feel. So I want to make sure that everybody always understands that you're safe to say or do whatever you choose to do around here. But if you decide you want to come off disrespectful, we're also safe to be able to just bounce you on up out of here because we don't need that type of negativity around.
I don't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
No.
Okay, well, like I said, it flashed past, and I thought I seen something, but
I think
Probably
I know
just
what
seeing
you're
a whole lot
talking
of caps
about,
lock.
but yeah, they were just responding to
okay,
something else.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Everybody in there is showing love.
Well, I'm glad I'm
you
wrong.
guys.
I'm glad I'm wrong.
We got a great crowd.
Rain asked, "How's the sisterhood going?" Is that for us? Because you asked it twice.
I guess it
The
is.
sisterhood
Yeah.
is wonderful.
Yes, it
The sisterhood is great. Thanks for asking.
I'm happy up here singing Moana.
Right.
Oh my God.
Our sisterhood is wonderful.
Bridget, feel free to hit the DM. We'll
Yes.
answer your questions. As long as it's something we can answer.
I think Bridget got our phone number.
So, I'm not always available by phone, but you can definitely
Yeah, she
hit
has
the
her
DM.
DM.
So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh, thank you, Tamika. She said great podcast
Thank
tonight,
you,
y'all.
lady.
Appreciate you. Oh, that's cousin?
Yeah.
Hey, cousin. What's up, baby?
Let me see. I think that was it.
Think that was it? All right.
Yes, Anita. Aliens.
Yes.
We do discuss
We do
aliens.
discuss aliens. Yes, we do. Rita Black, there's my baby. Hey, Rita Boo. How are you? Hey, guys, ladies, and that right there, that lady right there, that's one of those people I was talking about earlier. Never met her in the flesh. Never met her in the flesh. But everything about that woman feels good. That is an amazing spirit right there, and I cannot wait to stand in the same space with her. Hey, Rita, I love you, honey. It's so good to see you again. Okay, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for us tonight.
We got 5 minutes left, guys. So
We got 5 minutes?
yeah.
We got time
You
for
anything
one
to
good
close
question.
Okay,
We
And
love
thank
and
you, everybody,
appreciate y'all too for
Yes.
tuning in.
And thank you, everybody, for hashtagging original love.
yes, appreciate that. We're actually starting to see it kind of move a little bit.
Yeah.
We might be trending in a little while. We keep at this rate, and we appreciate that, man. 'Cause this is real for us. It really is, and we thank everybody who lends their energy to this, man, because we understand that as a people, and I don't want to disclude our friends who happen to be white, and I'm just gonna say that, and I mean no offense to anybody by it. But we do let me say because I don't want to be unfair. I focus more on being pro-black. I do. That's me. That's where I live, and that's just my truth. But I do not discriminate against white people. But if you show me that you're the type of white people that white people is, I don't got no love for you. But if you're just one of those people that happen to be white, and we have a bunch of friends who just happen to be white, and I love and I will go to the mat for each and every one of them. I don't label them as my white friends. They are my friends. They're just people who happen to be white. So, but we do focus more on black love because black love is at an all-time low. We are arguing amongst ourselves. We're separating ourselves by color. We're separating ourselves by weight. We're separating ourselves by financial class. We're separating because we forgot what it meant to be inclusive with each other. We're so busy clamoring to be exclusive. Oh, I want the new J's first. I gotta have this outfit that nobody else better have on when I go to the club. You're murdering yourself to be exclusive when you could be living so much better if you were inclusive.
People forgot about unity.
I have a million. Erica Rowland, this is my girl. I was supposed to be working on this at the beginning of the year, and I didn't. But I have a million things I can hop on my soapbox about, and that is one of those things that presses the most for me, because I understand that we're losing opportunities by not helping each other take advantage of these opportunities. When the time comes for us to help, we help with no questions asked. Our inbox is constantly going off. We got people from other countries who literally hop in our inbox with, how do you do it? How can we do that? And can you help us? And can you tell us? And can you give us the shortcut? Can you give us the secret? There is no secret. The secret is you have to love. That's it. The secret is you have to allow yourself to love, and you have to allow yourself to be loved. Don't think.
It both begins and ends with you.
Oh, okay. You better tell them. You better tell them.
Can't nobody ruin us but us.
Right.
Don't matter what anybody has to say. Don't matter how anybody else feels. Can't nobody ruin us but us.
Exactly. We created this energy, so only we can destroy this energy.
Right.
We will never allow an outside force to disrupt what we have created together.
And I love that we matured on the same wavelength where we came together.
Right. Right. For real.
Our maturity levels brought us together.
This family right here is the family I would have had my entire existence if I had my way. Because this feels what I have always imagined love is supposed to feel like. I'm a black man in America. I never feel safe. I feel safe at home. Well, I tell you what.
Anita, I'm sorry, lady. I see your question there. We're going to answer you in the inbox, or we'll answer you on the live feed. But we have to say goodbye for tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Rain as well. There's a question there.
We apologize. Our king went to his closing.
I did. I'm sorry. I
Took up the
apologize.
rest of the time. So with that, we're going to have to sign off.
As always, we appreciate you guys. I'm Eddie.
Tyra.
Latonia.
And we are Regal Love. We love you and we mean it.
And
We wish you all the love we want for ourselves. Good night.
Good night.